Hello everyone! Today's video is an exciting one. It's new product day. Always an exciting day for all of us here at HobbyKing and for you as well. Today's video is about the new Lancaster V3. As most of you probably know by now, I'm a big Warbird fan, and this certainly qualifies. The iconic Lancaster thumper, as it's known to some folks. And this is it in its V3 form. So coming up, I'm going to do an unboxing and overview for you. You'll see that in a moment. And then there will be subsequent videos for retract installation and maybe a few other little things about that. So let's get into it. Let's get to the unboxing. Woohoo! Who's excited? Me. Let me get some tools out here to help me tear into this. Look at that. Ask and ye shall receive. My trusty cameraman Bill. Thank you, Bill. So, this video is going to basically be an unboxing and overview of this new Lancaster V3, which excites me. Now, I can tell you a few things about the model that I do know. 1,300 millimeters in wingspan, which is a good, nice big size. Not too big, it'll still fit in your car or truck. Take it to the field with you. This one has retracts that are optional. So as it comes out of the box, it's a PNF model, obviously. It does not have retracts, but we are selling the retracts as a separate optional add-on. So the idea was to keep this as light as possible. We wanted to make it have a lesser wing loading and just make it really light so it flies really, really nicely. So again, you can add the retracts. I'll put a link up to those. I'll show you a photo of those. They'll look just like the retracts from the V2 Lancaster, which were pretty scale looking, pretty realistic looking. And all right, so we got the fuselage here. And look at that, looks pretty nice, And gosh, it's light. This thing doesn't weigh anything. Same with the wings. They are very, very light. So this is going to be a very light model in general. Let's take a look. Do we have a bomb door system? Yes, we do. Check that out. Very, very cool. So here your battery's going to go right there. What else we got? Let's see. Okay, so that's cool. Nice. Shuts magnetically. We can probably... we'll leave that there for now. A little tab to let you open it. What else we got in here? We should have some tail feathers and some props and some stuff. Yep, we got all that in here. Horizontal stab, and the other side of the horizontal stab, and there. Again, very, very light, very, very light. And I'm looking at the paint. The paint finish is really quite good. It's excellent, in fact. So I'm really happy about that. When you get your new models, always flex these hinges. They're pretty stiff right now. We're going to make those a little bit easier for the servos to overcome. And what do we got? Vertical stabs. And a nice bold looking red. Which should make this really pop. I like that. There you go. This is like a cracker. Weighs nothing. Okay, there's the other side. Again, a nice bold red scheme with a cool stripe on it. We've got all kinds of nose pieces, canopies and stuff, and of course carbon rods. There we go, carbon rods. And we got props here. Another nose canopy there. Nice scale props. I'm not sure exactly what size that is. It looks like it's probably about a 7 by, I don't know, 6, 5. See if I'm right later on when I get the exact specs. Alright, and let's see. Some few more little plastic nose pieces and doodads. Okay. And then we have the box, which I'm pretty sure has all the control rods and things of that nature in it. And yes, control rods, Y leads. Let's see what else. Spinners. I heard somebody refer to spinners as a prop cap, so prop caps. Screws, screw them in. And yes, here we go. Got all kinds of stuff. We've got what is now probably common to most of our planes these days is the extra BEC for the ESCs. We got some Velcro for your battery, various screws, a little hex wrench, guns. What it looks like, yeah, looks like little guns, clevises, Y lead for gear, so that is included if you do outfit the gear. Got a Y lead for it. A Y lead for the ailerons, a Y lead for the throttle, going to each side, each wing. Relative to the tailwheel in its current form is just freewheeling. It's not linked to anything. But you can see here, I'll get a close-up of this, that it does have a control rod, and you can easily put a servo right in there to get your tailwheel steerable. Again, this was done to save weight. So in most cases, if you are hand launching this vehicle, this aircraft, without retracts, if you're just tossing it, you don't need the tailwheel to steer. Doesn't matter. And the plane doesn't have any rudders, so you're not even worried about another channel for that. So again, it's real straightforward. But the functionality is there if you want it. So we were thinking ahead on this, which is good. Okay. All right. So I might as well put it together. Alright, as you can see, I'm just getting started with some of the very simple stuff, gluing on some of these plastic pieces. When you're gluing on plastic pieces like this, clear plastic canopies and stuff like that, make sure that you do not use CA, because it will make it fog up and your model will look all bleary-eyed. You don't want that. You can use like regular model cement or that kind of thing, but just there's actually specific canopy glue. I just use Duco cement or something like it. Again, model glue, just anything but CA, say anti-acrylate. Don't use that. And when you get your plastic pieces, they do need to be cut a little bit and go very, very slowly. There's a line around these canopies and all that stuff, so just go very slowly around them. You can see here on this one, I'll get a close-up of this. You can see that you need to cut in right there for that to go around the piece on the back, which is right here. So that'll go on like that. It'll go over and these pieces will slide in there, so you got to cut those out. And I'll get to that in a moment. I'm going to glue this canopy on here. And we also be able to install the guns. The guns will get glued into these pieces here. And likewise, where's that round piece? It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's already in there. You can glue some of the guns to the pieces here on this top one. And that's going to go right on there like that once it's cut. So, there you have it. All right, so this... pause here. When you're gluing foam to foam, make sure that you have clean surfaces. Remove any paint on those surfaces. I just use some tape sometimes. You can sand stuff very lightly, but you don't want to be gluing paint to paint or foam to paint. You want foam to foam. So again, just strip off any paint that's on any surface and before you glue it, and then you'll be fine. So there we go. Okay, and don't forget your wing spars. Pop those in right now. The longer wing spar goes in the front, and the shorter one goes in the rear, aft. Alright, so those are in there. And my Y leads attached for the throttle and the ailerons on that side. And also the BEC is connected there. So, okay. Let's get the other wing on there. So we're going to strip off some of the paint. One thing to note is that gluing your spars in, your wing spars, is optional. I don't normally do this, but since I don't ever plan on removing them and taking this model apart, I figured I would do it. Just for a little extra added security and wing security. Okay, so the wings are assembled, they're on, they're glued in, they're screwed in. I've got the aileron leads and the throttle Y leads in there. And I also have the ESC leads to the ESCs and motors. Those are all connected. There's two aside, and so those are in there. So, I'm going to tuck those in there for now. This is the elevator lead. I'm going to get to that next. Alright, that about sums up the V3 Lancaster build. This is affectionately known as the Thumper to some folks. Build went together very, very easily, very straightforward. Took me about 20-25 minutes, give or take, not more than a half an hour for sure. And everything's really looking good. Got a few other little doodads I'm going to put on it, finish it up. But one thing to note is that because this plane doesn't have rudders, you might want to program your radio, if possible, to use differential thrust. Since 4 motors are separate left to right, you can do that. And I would certainly do that for my plane. So I'm going to set it up and make sure I have differential thrust. And that just means that the motors will push and pull the plane depending on which way you want to turn. And to get those nice flat scale turns, you need that. So it is possible, and we can do that. We've kept the price of this plane down as low as possible. I think it's going to be around $179, give or take. And one of the things that's come up lately is that shipping costs are out of our control. We really have no control over shipping costs. So in some cases, sometimes for shipping planes and large boxes and stuff like that, the shipping costs are kind of high. So we purposely tried to lower the price on this plane to offset that a bit. So we're always looking out for you, our customers. We're always trying to make things work as best they can for you in the end. So just something to think about, something that you know now. And I'll see you back at the field. We'll get this thing in the air and we'll see what it looks like up there. See you there. Hair, makeup.